My name is Daniel, and I am a man of habit. In a world that's always changing, I find comfort in repetition. Most people find the dead of night unsettling, but for me, it's the only time the world finally makes sense. Every night, after my late shift at the archives, I walk the same desolate path home. And every night, at exactly 12:30 a.m., I stop at a place called the Velvet Bean. It's a small, underground cafe tucked away in a cobblestone alley that most people seem to overlook. The air inside always feels thick, not with the steam of milk, but with a strange, heavy stillness that swallows the noise of the city outside. The decor is outdated, frozen in another era, with velvet curtains that look like they haven't been moved in decades. The barista is a man named Elias. He is the constant in my routine. Elias is pale, almost translucent skin and eyes that look like they've seen centuries pass without blinking. He never speaks, not a single word, yet he knows my order by heart. A black roast, bitter as ashy as he hands me. The cup, his fingers occasionally brush against mine. They're always ice cold, deathly cold even in the middle of a July heat wave. He always scribbles a message on the cup with a thick charcoal stick. It usually says something simple, warm for the cold road. Daniel, I never question why the cafe is always empty, or why the clock on the wall always seems to be stuck at 12:30. I just take my coffee and leave, feeling the heat of the cup seep into my bones as I walk home. But last Tuesday, the routine shattered. 5 minutes after leaving the cafe, I realized I had left my grandfather's silver pocket watch on the counter. It's my most prized possession. I turned back immediately, my footsteps echoing unnaturally loud in the empty alley. My breath is shallow as I reach the corner where the warm, amber glow of the cafe should have been. But there's no glow. There is only darkness. I stand frozen in the middle of the street. The neon sign is gone. The glass windows are replaced by rotted, gray plywood. A heavy iron chain, rusted and caked in decades of grime, is wrapped tightly around the door handles. I approach the door, my heart hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. On the wood, a faded, weathered eviction notice is posted. I pull out my phone and use the flashlight to read the blurred text. It's dated November 12th, 1994. The headline reads, "Structural fire claims underground cafe. No survivors found." My breath hitches in my throat. 1994. I've been coming here every single night for 3 years. I saw Elias just 5 minutes ago. With trembling hands, I pull a piece of the plywood back, peering into the abyss of the building. Inside, I don't see a cafe. I see charred ruins, burnt chairs, ash-covered floors, and the smell of ancient smoke. But then, my light hits the center of what used to be the counter. There, sitting on a pile of soot and debris, is my silver pocket watch. It looks brand new, shining defiantly in the dark. I look down at the coffee cup still in my left hand. The paper is no longer white. It's yellowed and brittle, as if it has aged 50 years in seconds. The liquid inside isn't coffee anymore. It's a thick, black sludge that smells of ozone and decay. I turn the cup around to look at the message Elias had written. The charcoal marks have changed. They look fresh, still smudged, as if someone had just written them. The message doesn't wish me a good night anymore. It says, "You forgot this, Daniel, but don't worry. You'll be staying with us soon." The ritual is almost complete. Since at night, I haven't been able to sleep. I moved to a different part of the city. But it doesn't matter. Every night at 12:30 a.m., I hear the faint sound of a coffee grinder coming from my kitchen. Every morning, I wake up to find a fresh, steaming cup of black coffee on my nightstand. The steam rises in the shape of a man's silhouette, and the coffee is always bitter, just the way I used to like it. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the story, be sure to like and subscribe for more.